Hey, do you guys agree with me about the Joe and Mika story, Geraldo? I mean, does it bother you that they went down there to see him in terms of normalizing Trump, or is it just kind of a kind of a, I don't know, a weak move after they had gone all in against him?
Well, my initial reaction, Chris, and you were great on Bill Maher, my initial reaction was that their action in going down to Mar-a-Lago was hypocritical because they were so down on Trump. I mean, their criticism went above and beyond. So self-serving and hypocritical. I think that was my initial reaction. Then I said, wait a second, kid. Remember what you said when President Trump and President Biden met in the Oval Office before the raging fireplace? You said, how nice to see the grace emerge. That's normal. Where the successor comes and he shakes hands and there's a peaceful transition and I'll do everything I can to make it smooth. And Trump saying, oh, politics is a rough game, but this isn't politics. And I enjoy that. So if this scene with the two presidents is cool with me, then why not Joe and Mika? You know, and I say, go ahead, you know, be friends with the president. Yes, it's self-serving. Hypocrisy is in your heart. Do your thing, and you know, God bless. Trump is going to be president. He's going to be the 47th president, regardless of what you think. Or you want to get along, go along to get along. You know, I have no steep disagreement with it. Now, when it comes to my own life, I don't know what I will do. I remember I voted. I didn't vote for Trump, but I felt guilty because I just came off Celebrity Apprentice in 2016. So the women in my family, my wife Erica, Sol, and the girls, they actually sent Sol into the voting booth with me to make sure I voted for Hillary Clinton. So I didn't vote for Trump, and yet he still welcomed me in that transition period. Melania very graciously welcoming me, and then gave me access throughout until we finally had the beef on January 6th. So I say, you know, do whatever makes life easier. Do the civilized thing, you know, be gracious, be grateful, and so I have no big problem with it, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, as you guys know at home, Geraldo and I are very close. Scotty and I are also good friends. And we talk about this all the time, the need for grace, the need for forgiveness, the need for us to start practicing in our politics and in our dialogue what we try to reinforce in our personal relationships, right? And I'm always, nobody needs forgiveness more than I do. I mean, I am very well distinguished in terms of my flaws. But, you know, Scotty, isn't this part of the problem? Hey, you guys can't go talk to Trump. You're at MSNBC. You can't do that. And that's what we hear from the media, too, right? Why did you put people on that we don't like and agree with?
And I absolutely love that Geraldo's so open to it. And I think you're right in your monologue, Chris, when you said everybody and anybody would agree to go down to Mar-a-Lago if you're a journalist. And shame on you if you would actually say you wouldn't. Then you're not a good journalist. You're not going after the story. But I think the one point to Geraldo that I would like to make is it's great to say it 2 weeks after the election when he had an overwhelming win across the board in the House and the Senate. But let's try next time to tone down the rhetoric and the conversation, because that's far different from the conversation we were having a month before the election, 2 months, 3 months before the election. Let's remember that in every election, there's a winner and a loser. And so our conversations we're having before the election is actually a lot more telling about our intelligence and our soul than it is 2 weeks after when we're actually reflecting on who the winners are. I mean,